You've been replaying it again, haven't you? That moment you smiled and said, "I'm okay," while something inside you went quiet. Dear heart, you're tired of pretending. Tired of carrying your own feelings like they're inconvenient. Tired of being fine for everyone else. And lately you've been thinking, if I'm honest, what will change? If I admit it, will I fall apart? Will anyone stay if I'm real? Beloved, I'm not asking for a polished response. I'm not asking for a brave performance. I'm asking for one thing that can heal you from the inside: honesty. My child, there is a question I want you to answer, not out loud for a crowd, not to impress anyone, just quietly, between you and me. Before I ask it, I want you to know this is a safe place. No punishment waiting, no harsh reaction, no cold distance, only steadiness, only care. You've been living with a kind of emotional noise, pressure at work or at home, expectations you didn't choose, the constant need to keep going even when you feel empty. Loved one, that would wear down anyone. And when you're worn down, your heart learns a habit: hide the truth so you can survive the day. You've done it so long it became automatic. But automatic survival is not the same as living. Precious one, I'm not here to expose you. I'm here to free you. Because the truth you keep burying doesn't disappear. It waits. It aches. It shows up in your body, in your sleep, in your short temper, in that numbness you can't explain. My dear one, honesty is not a weapon. It's a doorway. Not a doorway to shame, a doorway to clarity. And clarity is gentle. Clarity is clean. Clarity doesn't shout. So here is the question. Are you living the life you actually need, or the life you think you're supposed to tolerate? Dear heart, don't rush your answer. Notice what your chest does when you hear it. Notice what your mind wants to do: change the subject, explain, defend, minimize. That a clue? Beloved, if your first instinct is to say, "It's fine," ask yourself why. Is it truly fine, or is fine the word you use when you're trying not to feel? My child, this is not a trap, it's a rescue line. Because you have been carrying a quiet grief, not only for what happened, but for what hasn't happened. The rest you haven't taken, the help you haven't asked for, the boundaries you haven't set, the truth you haven't spoken. You've been thinking things like, if I slow down, I'll fall behind. If I say no, they'll be upset. If I admit I'm struggling, I'll look weak. Loved one, those thoughts have been managing you. They've been deciding your days for you. Precious one, you don't need to be managed by fear. You can be guided by truth. Truth doesn't humiliate you. Truth simply tells you where you are. And knowing where you are is the beginning of a steadier path. My dear one, I want to ask the question again, but from a softer angle. What are you carrying that you were never meant to carry alone? That the honest question. Not how are you doing in the polite way, but in the real way. What is heavy right now? What keeps returning in the quiet moments? What have you been swallowing because you didn't know who could hold it with you? Beloved, I know you've tried to be strong, and you have been strong. Strong enough to keep showing up. Strong enough to keep functioning. Strong enough to keep giving even when your own cup felt low. But there is a difference between strength and self-abandonment. My child, strength that costs you your soul is not the kind I want for you. I want you steady. I want you whole. I want you honest without fear. Let me offer one short burst and then I'll return to a quieter pace. Not to shame you, not to rush you, not to corner you. That's not what this is. Dear heart, the reason honesty feels risky is because somewhere in your story truth was punished. Maybe you spoke up and got dismissed. Maybe you asked for help and felt like a burden. Maybe you showed emotion and someone made you feel small. so you learned to hide. Loved one, hiding helped you survive then, but you don't have to live hidden now. Precious one, you're allowed to name what hurts. You're allowed to say, I'm tired, I'm lonely, I'm anxious, I'm overwhelmed, I'm disappointed, I don't know what to do next. Naming it doesn't make it bigger, it makes it clearer. My dear one, clarity is relief, because the mind can stop spinning stories when the heart finally says, this is what true. So here is another question, gentle and direct. What are you avoiding because you're afraid of what you'll feel if you stop running? Beloved, avoidance isn't laziness, it often fear. Fear of grief, fear of conflict, fear of being judged, fear of admitting you need something. Dear heart, needing something does not make you weak, it makes you human. My child, your needs are not an inconvenience to me. You don't have to earn care by pretending you don't need any. You don't have to perform calmness to deserve comfort. You can be real here. Loved one, the truth you've been carrying has been leaking out in small ways. In the sighs you don't explain. In the way your patience is thinner. In the way you don't feel joy the way you used to. In the way you keep reaching for distraction just to get through the day. Those are not failures, they are signals. Signals that your heart wants attention. Precious one, you may be thinking, I don't even know what I feel anymore. That happens when you've been in survival mode. Survival turns feelings down so you can keep functioning. But numbness is not peace, it just quiet pain. And quiet pain still deserves care. My dear one, so here is a question that can guide you gently. If you could be honest without anyone getting upset, what would you say about your life right now? Not what you post, not what you smile through, not what you tell people to keep things smooth. What would you say if it was safe? Beloved, you might say, I'm carrying too much, or I'm doing everything for everyone and forgetting myself, or I'm scared about the future, or I feel stuck, or I miss who I was before I got so tired. Dear heart, whatever your truth is, it matters. My child, I am not offended by your honesty. I am not startled by your feelings. I am not disappointed that you have limits. Your limits are not flaws. They are wisdom in your body telling you where you need care. Loved one, sometimes the honest answer is simply this: I need rest. Not the kind where you crash with guilt still buzzing. Real rest. The kind that restores your mind. The kind that softens your body. The kind that brings you back to yourself. Precious one, if you've been waiting for life to calm down before you take care of yourself, you might wait forever. So let honesty be your beginning. Honesty says, I can't keep doing this the same way. And that sentence is not failure. It is the start of wisdom. My dear one, here is another honest question. Who have you been trying to please at the cost of your peace? Beloved, you can love people without surrendering yourself. You can be kind without being crushed. You can be generous without being drained dry. But it requires truth. Truth about your limits. Truth about what you can give. Truth about what you can't. My child, I want to restore your dignity, because you have been negotiating with your own worth, as if you must earn rest, as if you must earn kindness, as if you must earn the right to say, this is too much. Loved one, you do not have to negotiate for what you already deserve. You deserve care because you are precious, not because you performed well. Dear heart, sometimes honesty means admitting you're hurt, not in a blaming way, in a clean way. I'm hurt. I'm disappointed. I feel unseen. When you name it, it stops controlling you from the shadows. Precious one, I want to give you one simple image, only once, so your mind has something gentle to hold. Imagine a river that has been blocked by too many stones. The water doesn't stop existing. It just presses in silence until it finds a way out. Your feelings are like that. They don't vanish because you ignore them. They wait. Honesty removes a stone, one at a time, so the flow can return. My dear one, the question isn't meant to accuse you. It meant to unburden you, because you've been carrying the weight of being okay for too long. Beloved, here is a question that goes even deeper. What are you afraid would happen if you stopped pretending? Would someone be disappointed? Would someone leave? Would someone judge you? Would you have to change something you don't feel ready to change? Dear heart, fear often guards the doorway to necessary change. Not change forced by pressure, change guided by truth. My child, you don't have to change everything today, but you do deserve to tell the truth today. Truth is not a finish line, it is a beginning. Loved one, sometimes your honest answer will sound like a whisper. I can't keep carrying this. And if that is your answer, then the next gentle step is not to shame yourself. It is to ask what support would help. A conversation, a boundary, a pause, a plan, a professional who can help you sort it out. You are allowed to seek support. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. Precious one, I know you've been afraid that your honesty will make you unlovable. But hiding doesn't make you lovable, it only makes you lonely. Real love can hold truth. Real care can hold tears. Real connection can hold limits. And I am steady enough to hold you without flinching. My dear one, if you're wondering where to begin with one sentence you can say to me quietly. This is where I am. No speech, no performance, just truth. Beloved, your life does not need more pretending. It needs gentleness. It needs clarity. It needs a steadier rhythm. It needs you to stop abandoning yourself in order to keep everyone comfortable. My child, you have been faithful in many ways. You've kept going. You've kept caring. You've kept trying. Now I'm inviting you to include yourself in the care you give. You are part of the story too. Loved one, the most honest answer might be this: I need to come back to myself. And you can. Not in one dramatic moment, in small returns, a quieter evening, a truer conversation, a boundary kept, a habit changed slowly. That is how restoration happens. Precious one, I will not rush you. I will not embarrass you. I will not treat your honesty like a problem. I will treat it like the beginning of healing. My dear one, stay close to what is true. Truth will steady you when emotions feel loud. Truth will guide you when choices feel confusing. Truth will soften you when you've been hard on yourself. Truth will open space for peace to grow again. Beloved, you can rest tonight knowing this. You are allowed to be honest. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to need help. You are allowed to heal slowly. And as the noise settles, as your thoughts slow, as your heart stops bracing, know that my care does not fade. It stays, quiet, steady, like warmth that remains in the room long after the fire has softened. Amen. Beloved family, a lot of prayer, time, and effort goes into creating these messages. We continue this work with faith and dedication. If you feel led to support this ministry, you can find the support link in the description and in the comment box below. May God bless you abundantly.